Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
We are back with episode 4 of The West Wing.
Yeah, only 3 episodes in for a very long-run show, and a lot has happened.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't want to say each episode is like a movie, but it does have a cinematic feel to it.
It definitely, like, I think the pilot could have been a movie.
Oh,
I
yeah,
honestly
for sure.
do. They could have written more into that and made the pilot a movie.
Which I just found out they put on HBO Max, The American President.
Yeah,
which is obviously like in many ways a spiritual predecessor to the show. You know?
It is, yeah.
The show's definitely a spawn of that movie. I mean, Aaron Sorkin did so much research for that movie.
I love the movie.
Apparently,
I
he wrote
really like it.
He wrote like a 400-page script initially.
I've heard something about that,
and then
yeah.
he just kind of took bits and pieces from it and they put together that movie.
Hey,
but
maybe, yeah, and then he was like, maybe this should be a television show. And he's right, because it worked. Before we get started here, guys, real quick, we do have our first Patreon poll. So if you are interested, what it is we're wrapping up the rehearsal here in the next 2 weeks, and we need a new show to replace the rehearsal. And since we actually have a couple of Patreon subscribers, we thought, why not give
shout
them
out to NJ and
Marengo.
Yeah,
yes. So thank you. Give them a chance to vote on the poll for what we've got coming up. And if you're interested, head over to our Patreon, check it out. Yeah. And if you subscribe, you may also have a say. Right now, since there's only a few, you'd have a really big say in what we might watch next.
Yeah, absolutely. And since there's only 2 of them, if they pick different shows, we're gonna flip for it.
That's
but like I
right.
said, the poll will be up there for a while.
About a week. Yeah, we're gonna do the poll for about a week. It should be up now while you're watching this, and it'll be up till the 15th.
But check it out.
Yeah, it's premature, but you know what?
There's some good
We're
stuff on
excited.
there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't pick a show on there. I'm like, I like all these shows, all these options for shows. So,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but yeah. So head over and take a look. There's some good stuff on there.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure.
We hope so. Anyways.
At any rate, we're going to jump back into a very good show, The West Wing, here, which we are enjoying a great deal.
Absolutely.
Man, 3 episodes, so much has happened, and it went on for 7 seasons, which means they must cover a lot of ground.
I know. I mean, well,
in
there's
this show.
a lot of moving parts going on in the White House.
Absolutely.
5 votes down.
5 votes down. So my guess is we're getting into Congress.
Oh yeah. We
with
have not
this.
seen Congress yet, have we?
Passing a bill, probably.
Yeah. So the vice president's
Vice
going to be in
President,
this,
so
obviously.
Tim Matheson's going to still be. So he must be a recurring role in this, and not just a one-off.
It'd be weird if the vice president wasn't a recurring character.
I just don't think they're that important in administrations.
I know, but-
I don't think Kamala Harris hangs out with Joe Biden that much. And I know Pence didn't hang out with Trump that much.
I know.
Why do you suppose it is only sons of bitches know how to lick a stamp?
We don't have to do that anymore.
Nope.
They're stickers.
I've got a neighbor whose friend is dead, whose husband is dead, whose mother is dead.
They're probably dealing with guns.
Yeah.
We lost 5 votes.
Give me names.
I don't got them yet. Get on the phone.
That would be the frustrating part about being a presidential administration, is trying to get Congress to actually support the legislation.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we've got the facts on
Oh, so he's giving this victory speech, and they don't have the victory. That's rough.
Oh, they're still in the feed here.
Yeah, I said it was fine.
Nice going.
You blew the D section.
I thought it was inspired.
Why do you keep saying stuff like that to me?
Color.
Allison Janney's a stunning woman.
Full force tonight?
I was honestly just thinking that.
Yeah.
She is quite gorgeous.
Yeah.
Unusually large neck.
802, 5 votes, jump the fence.
Are you kidding me?
Nice job looking calm.
Are you kidding me?
She does not look calm.
Last nose count, we're 5 votes down.
The president.
We
Just want to point out, guys, this is all one shot.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
This is the king of all walk and talks right here.
Yeah. The tracking shots.
Yeah.
Man, so good.
Kids are dead. Happy days are here again. Well, but for the
This has to be so well rehearsed.
Yeah.
One mess up.
Yeah.
You have to go all the way to the top of the stairs and do it again.
She deserves a nice room and some supper.
You like doing that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're what my mother calls a pain in the ass.
Well, that's what my mother calls it too, sir.
This is good writing.
Quippy,
Yes,
yeah.
Charlie, by the way, did the First Lady call?
Look at this, and they had that whole crowd out there waiting for him and everything. Man,
Oh my God! That was incredible.
that was some
Absolutely
good work there.
incredible.
Yeah.
Like I said, imagine that. You mess up one time, you have to go all the way back. That was what, 6 minutes, 7 minutes?
I've said it in other episodes, and I'll say it again. Whoever the camera operators are in this
Yeah.
show and the DOP, they are working their tails off.
I obviously was not old enough to remember like the Emmys when this was
Right,
on.
right.
Hopefully they won
Some
all the
cinematography
awards.
awards. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Remember how we were wondering if Allison Janney ever got any love?
Apparently she
yeah.
won a lot, yeah.
She was nominated 6 times and won 4 Emmys for this in 7 years.
Well, there you
yeah,
go,
so
wow.
she was killing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the
president just told a ballroom full of people and anyone who reads the newspaper that we're going to pass 802
Yeah.
on Wednesday. Three things in the world you never want to let people see how you make them.
Sausage is one of them.
Laws and sausage.
Yeah, yeah, that's an old line.
Obviously don't involve the president.
Absolutely. This is a financial disclosure. It is.
They
No,
don't
I
get
mean,
paid
that
They don't
much.
get paid much at all.
Presidential,
Right.
yeah.
CJ, feed them human interest, not just, look, we're disclosing assets. I mean, people will really get a kick out of reading about how much money you guys have, especially when they find out you don't have any.
These guys are so good at their jobs.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it.
Who?
Vice President.
No way.
Leo.
No way.
Tillinghast and the vice.
I'm not using Hoynes.
It's almost like the Han Solo of the White House in a weird way.
Right. I don't feel like Leo here is as broke as everyone else because that is a nice house.
Oh yeah. Well, he's been doing this his whole life probably. You know,
Right,
it's-
right.
This is his career.
From
Is
you.
it his birthday or something?
Yeah.
For what?
Our anniversary.
Oh,
why
God,
she's
that's
upset.
so much
Yeah, okay.
worse.
I thought
Yeah,
she was implying
okay.
that he was doing something else, but no.
I have no background or education in the stock market. I'm a speechwriter.
You're the communications director, Toby. You can't tell me you've no
I can't tell
understanding.
you, Leela. Ask the Treasury Secretary.
$5,000 worth?
That's right.
And now the stock is worth 125,000.
Oh, is he being accused of insider trading here?
Oh man. Also kind of relevant.
Yeah.
Well, you were the one who arranged for McGregor to testify in front of Commerce in the first place.
That does look bad.
On the same block as Ted McGregor. He's very well respected.
No, I understand.
Leela, are you saying that I should be talking to a lawyer?
Toby, I'm saying you're talking to one right now.
Katzenmoyer is going to go back to federal tax exempt for Metrolink.
He probably did
Talking
something
about
wrong.
Unions, defense contracts, possibly.
The guy's probably like, hey, you should buy this stock. And he said, okay. And that was probably the whole conversation. He didn't know he was doing anything
Yeah.
he shouldn't be. Would be my guess. Yeah.
Congratulations, Josh.
What?
Since I'm being mocked.
Josh,
What did I do?
you won our award for best gift valued over $25 on the financial disclosure report.
Really?
Yeah.
What won it for me?
An $1,189 Vienna Telly silk smoking jacket from Ms. Sarah Wissinger.
Ah, yes. I'll take care of Chris Wick.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Just following you.
I was following you. All right. Don't tell anyone this happened, okay? Sam.
They just made fun of their own walk and talk.
Can be solved. Crystal? No. Because after the initial thing wears off, there's just the guy with a violin in my house.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of awkward.
He's like, so you yeah. the song.
Excuse me for not having made 40,000 a pop on the lecture circuit.
There you
Stop
go.
reading the disclosure
Yeah.
reports. They're none of your business.
Perhaps Mrs. McGarry would enjoy you in a nice smoking jacket.
Leave.
What are you going to give him?
Nothing more than a wake-up call. I want your permission to kick his ass. Your constituents like the Tech 9.
I love this is actually like in DC. It's so
Yeah.
They
cool.
go
Yeah.
quail hunting with an Uzi.
I'm not sure if the interiors are filmed in DC. I doubt
Right,
it,
right.
but you know.
The moment I'm sworn in, I need to raise $10,000 a week just to run a re-election campaign. NRA makes me a target. The next election, I lose, plain and simple.
That's fair
After 2
too,
years from now, I'll
unfortunately.
be there for you.
Vote yes, or you're not even going to be on the ballot 2 years from now.
How do you figure?
You're going to lose in the primary.
There's no Democrat running against me.
Sure there is.
Who?
Whomever we pick.
Right? Yeah.
Get him.
We do that now. Primary people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
President Bartlett's a good man. He's got a good heart. He doesn't hold a grudge. That's what he pays me for.
the glasses.
Caruso moment,
Right? Yeah, it
yeah.
was.
Because technically you've committed a felony
Yeah.
punishable by imprisonment and fines reaching into the millions.
Why are you talking like this?
Because I can't help but be reminded of a bright and energetic young White House deputy who took no end of admonition and grief because of a woman he was friends with.
I totally backed you up on that.
Which is why I couldn't be happier to help you. Be able to do something for my older brother. I'm your guy on this.
I was just heading out for lunch and I'm a little short. You wouldn't happen to have 125,000.
Oh, she's great.
That's great.
I got your back on this. So completely screwed.
We'll do Deputy Chief of Staff Joshua Lyman. I assure you, you'll want to save column inches for this one.
It's just $1,100 smoking jacket. I want to see what that looks like.
Along with O'Bannon and Congressman.
Dude.
He just
Dude.
said, dude.
Yeah.
Guys, could you wait outside for a minute, please?
Frat
The Congressman
bros.
and I want to
Yeah.
talk about old times. No way is Chris Wick jumping the fence. Do you have any idea how stupid this makes me look?
Look, about that, dude.
Shove it, dude.
Yeah.
Frat house anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How about the Pat Maxey?
Semi-automatic muzzle barrel.
It's a grenade launcher.
Yes, I'm trying
You
to...
know, I realize as an adult, not everyone shares my view of the world, and with an issue as hot as gun control, I'm prepared to accept a lot of different points of view as being perfectly valid, but we can all get together on the grenade launcher, right?
God, he's killing this.
I got you elected to the House of Representatives. You're voting down a measure that would restrict the sale of deadly weapons because nobody invited you to the cool kids table?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. What a little man.
Oh, I hate this guy.
You know, I really don't appreciate you calling me...
Chris, you're a congressman. You gotta make that real.
Margaret,
Call me as soon as you got it.
Yes, sir.
I need to see Mark Richardson out of the office.
You came to me instead of Tillinghouse because you don't want to use Hoynes.
This guy knows what's up.
This one, Mark. Bodies being wheeled into the emergency rooms are black. These guns aren't going to Scottsdale, Mark. They're going to Detroit. They're going to Philadelphia.
I'm not enjoying how he's dealing with this right
An
now.
entire generation of African American men are being eaten
He is
alive.
being very.
He's
blunt.
he's playing that.
Well, no, I want the guns, Leo. You write a law that can save some lives, I'll sign it. In the meantime, please don't tell me how to be a leader of black men.
Yeah.
You look like an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that
does.
wasn't great. Yeah. That was really condescending.
I think he realizes that. I think he does
Yeah,
realize that.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of losing Congress. The only one they got was the guy that he Caruso'd with the glasses.
They got 4 of them, they said. They
Oh,
got,
they
they
got 4.
only
Okay,
need one
cool.
more.
Cool.
And that's why he doesn't want to deal with the one
Yep.
from Texas.
Yep.
Honey, I'm so sorry you went to all this trouble.
There wasn't any trouble.
She leaving him?
Yeah, gotta be, right?
I can't do this anymore. It's not more important than your marriage.
It is more important than my marriage right now. These few years while I'm doing this, yes, it's more important than my marriage.
Nobody wants to hear that, especially a spouse.
Right. I see both of their points.
Yeah.
You want me to carry that to the cab?
No, God, that's so awkward.
It's okay.
Call me before you go to sleep.
Oh, that's so sad.
This is rough.
I mean,
if you do that for 8 years, if there's a re-election, that's a long time to put on somebody.
Yeah. It is the cost of leadership at the same
Right.
time. You know, it's-
Well, I think chiefs of staff like come and go relatively quickly because of the fact that they're working all the time.
Yeah.
What did you need? Jenny and I are splitting up, and it just happened, and I'm feeling a little,
Janine?
if I could just have a glass of water.
Janine, can you give me a glass of ice water, please?
At least he's not a complete d-bag. You know,
Right,
he's there
yeah.
for him.
When was the last time you went to a meeting?
AA.
Oh.
Is he having some issues?
What meeting could I possibly go to?
Mine.
I had no idea.
Neither will anyone else. You should think
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
kind of the point.
Yeah.
Now you call me after Tillinghouse.
It's in the bag.
Good night, John.
That was actually really big of him after the way their last
was.
conversation
Yeah.
went.
I like that. I like that he's,
Yeah.
you know, at least a reasonable man. You know.
Yeah, he wasn't rough at all.
No.
Leo, how'd it go?
What do you mean?
Last night.
Oh, great.
She like the choker?
Oh.
And the violinist? Where's the president?
His back is pretty bad today. He canceled the morning. He'll stay in bed and make some calls. I said, maybe
What?
you should get back.
He
The
on
residents,
some
maybe you
painkillers
should
there?
lie down.
Oh, I think that's it.
no need. I'm fine.
Mr. President, did you by any chance take your back pills?
Well, I don't mind telling you, CJ, I was in a little pain there.
Which did you take, sir? The Vicodin or the Percocet?
The second one, probably.
I wasn't supposed to take them both?
Oh, we took both. Wow.
Okay. Toby. Toby.
Was I just saying something?
Yeah.
Landing
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I think we need to run through some options.
Toby has agreed to reduce his salary for 1 year to $1 and immediately cash out his stock issue, thereby relieving the taxpayer of the burden.
Done. Wait.
That actually is a good idea.
No, it's not good. Actually, it stinks.
Well, as long as they got a gun, I want my wife to have a gun. I want my daughter to have a gun. And damn it, I want one too.
Makes perfect sense.
You might want to
It is a complicated issue.
It is.
I want you to vote yes on the resolution.
Then why am I handing you a personal political victory?
Because I'm going to be president of the United States one day, and you're
Okay,
not.
well, he is a D-bag, so
Yeah.
we were wrong.
Yeah, there was a lot.
about that. I was kind of hoping that was not the case, but he's a D-bag.
It was certainly self-serving.
Yeah.
We got what we deserved. It was hubris, and we got what we deserved.
They're going to have words, I would imagine.
Josh is not an idiot.
No.
Josh, nice victory.
Are you talking about the bill, or are you talking about my smoking jacket? I'd say you did well, sir. In fact, you may be the only one who did.
Welcome to the NFL.
Oof. No, I'm with you now, D-bag.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. It's like, well, they all do self-serving stuff, and maybe it's still a good bill. But now you're right.
He does have
D-bag
this-
is the right answer.
He does have this snake quality about him.
He
yeah.
very much feels like a politician on this show, and good for Tim Matheson. He's a really good actor. And for such a show about talking, it has to be, right? It has to be visually impressive.
Yeah.
That's why the walk and talks and the camera work and the lighting all work so well.
Yeah.
And the music.
It is. It's very...
Man, that might have been my favorite episode so far.
A lot going on there, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and close this
Obviously,
out.
I'm sure... I mean, it's obviously dramatized. I don't think things
Right,
happen that fast in real life. But, you know...
Sure.
It was good. It was tense. It was...
yeah. Man, there were a lot of
The camera work
layers
was
going
probably
on.
the most impressive in this episode. More
Yeah.
so than the rest of the rest of the episodes we've seen so far.
Well, I think the subtlety of the storytelling was a lot better than what we've
Yeah,
seen. I mean
for
all
sure,
the episodes
for
have been
sure,
great,
for
but man, the writing is just getting
You got a
so
meta
good.
joke in there with Sorkin making fun of the walkie
Yeah.
talks, you know. But it's cool to think that these are all extensions of one man. You know.
Yeah, that he's
This
writing.
is all-
He's writing
he
all the
is-
episodes.
He is all of them. You know what I mean? Like,
I read that doesn't continue. I read he leaves the show about halfway through.
Oh.
But
That's sad. That's
But in
unfortunate.
the first, I don't know what it is, 3, 4, 5 seasons. He's the head.
He's the
He's
guy.
the writer. He's the one
guy,
writing the
yeah.
episodes.
Does he stay on as a producer?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well,
I
that's
just.
great.
I mean,
I hope so.
I don't think so. I think he actually
leaves.
washes his hands of it, and NBC continues.
So that is when the show ends in what, around 2007?
Yeah, I mean it's 7 seasons. I think is what it is.
I got you.
But
Well,
I think he did like 4, maybe, from what I read.
By that time, he was working on other film projects.
Sure,
I'd imagine.
absolutely, of
So,
course,
like,
yeah.
Social Network.
Social Network was going to be around in there, yeah.
So.
But man, what a good show. What a great episode. I am very drawn in to the world that's being created here.
We talked about in the Schitt's Creek episode how that show is very bingeable. I
Right.
feel like this is a very bingeable show.
Yeah, it's like
easily watch this.
right. Well, again, it was like along with The Sopranos, one of the first serialized shows. It's like it's one long running story that you can just jump into and have to kind of keep up with, and I really like that.
You know, the flip side of that, us doing this weekly, it's nice to digest what we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's stew on it for a while. So, really like the episode. Leave us a comment down below.
Yeah.
How are you guys enjoying the show? Who's your favorite character? What do you think is going to happen going forward? No spoilers.
No spoilers. Man, do I really love Allison Janney on this show, though.
She's great.
so good.
She's fantastic. And Richard Schiff.
When I was looking at the Emmy stuff, he also has won. Bradley Whitford, John Spencer. I think every one of the main I'm not sure about
supporting
Rob Lowe.
roles, probably, right?
In supporting roles.
Yeah.
Actually, the interesting was Allison Janney was like some years it was supporting and some years it was lead. So I think her role on the show might fluctuate as far as her importance
gotcha.
goes, which is interesting that it would change, that same role would change back and
There's
forth.
not really a female lead on this show yet. If you think about it, because she's definitely a supporting character right now. So
Right.
like to think that they upgraded to lead makes more sense.
Well, here's one thing. The only thing I will say is when I looked up the Emmy wins for the show, I spoiled some things for myself
man.
that I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
But there are some Emmy winners on the show who are some powerhouse actors and actresses that aren't on there yet. So I kind of was just like, man, by looking at this one instead of just looking at her.
Without giving it away, do they come in as like serious regulars? Is it more of like a guest?
Has to
starring?
be. No, it's not guest
Oh.
starring. I think they're winning supporting.
Oh, wow.
Emmys. So
Okay,
I think we actually add more characters that become super important.
Makes sense.
And some of them are like real Titan actors. It's like they're like real coups that they got them on the show. You know,
That's very exciting. Actually.
I know. I'm like, I cannot wait to see these people. I won't spoil it and tell you who they are, but man, I can't wait to see them.
Heck yeah!
All right.
All right.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching and listening to us, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.